Hello, I'm just Jax and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be painting today I'll be painting this canvas initially. It's going to be a acrylic on canvas, and it will be for a child's room. So this is going to be a little moon with some stars hanging from it, like a mobile kind of scene. It's part of a series of canvases for this little one's room. Yeah, to begin with I'll be sketching out the design, only really lightly because this is a really soft design. Yeah, in the meantime I'll also do a little bit of explanation as I'm going, and I'll try not to lean forward on the chair because it creaks. I did record audio as I was going, and the mic wasn't close enough. It picked up little to no sounds apart from the plate scratching. So I'm attempting voiceover. Hopefully this will be alright until I can get things. There's going to be a lot of learning curves, which I already learned. This first video will be far from perfect. As you can see, I had issue with the recording. There's lines appearing because I thought I just had a dodgy little screen, but when I did my research after I worked out this was actually the recording. It was something to do with the lights from the kitchen not marrying up with, I think it was the shutter speed or something to do with that, so it was picking up. I wasn't recording in sync with the light. So this video and the next video are going to be a little bit liney. But yeah, hopefully videos after that, I think I got rid of the lines. I think I got the lighting issue sorted, and I think, like I said, the shutter speed or the aperture, one of the two. So yeah, hopefully this will work just for the time being. Some more details on what's actually being used. Like I said, it was acrylic on canvas, and the colours pretty much across the board were titanium white, I want to say ultramarine. I don't think it's ultramarine. Oh, it is ultramarine. Ultramarine blue, cerulean blue. And that was pretty much it, and just straight up purple. It wasn't any fancy name, it was just purple. Oh yes, I did attempt to use a touch of crimson red as well to make a purple, and did do that a little bit here, as you can see. And it was a nice purple. I wanted, partway through, I wanted a bolder purple, so I just outright got the purple. Also, I've lost my palette, so that's why I'm using plates at the moment, but they're well handy. They clean up a treat. You can use them again and again. And as you'll see in this video, and you can do this with palettes as well, of course, if you've got some ongoing projects and you're using the same colour scheme for them, then cling film that palette up. If you're going to be working for a few days on the trot, you'll be able to save that paint, because I always misjudge quantities. I get really heavy-handed, and it's good not to waste. So for the sake of a little bit of cling film over the top, you can keep that palette going, usually until you finish your project. Things that I learnt as I was doing this on the recording aspect, because I'm new to all of this. apart from the art. I'm not new to that, but I'm new to all the other bits. Oh my days, I forgot what I was going to say. Ah yes, that's it. If I need to go to the toilet, or I stop to make a cup of tea, or I stop for any reason, as long as I'm not doing anything to the canvas, I need to stop recording. I had to edit out so much, just nothing, because I'd forgot that I'd just left it recording. So another learning curve, because that'll help with my editing, because I don't want to edit any of the actual work that's going down. I just want to edit out if there's something boring happening, like I forgot I need some paint and I've left it upstairs, or whatever task I'm doing, I've left something somewhere. I don't need to leave the video recording for you to see that. I'm always got to be honest and let you know, but I think you can assume if there's a abrupt cut all of a sudden, but nothing's changed to the canvas, it's because I've gone for the toilet, made a cup of tea, or walked the girls, so on and so forth. Yeah, as I'm going, hopefully I'll remember some of the things that I was trying to say as I was recording the original voice, and not this voiceover. So yeah, let's hopefully enjoy the video. and I tried to use that to begin with, but no matter what angle I got the camera at, you could always see the tripod's feet, and I really didn't want tripod's feet. I just wanted to see my work. So I had a look about getting an arm, so like in the meantime, so I don't want to keep waiting. I want to start doing something, start recording, start doing something. I bought several little kits in between getting the tripod and getting to this point recording. And they were all various little social media kits and whatnot with little circular lights, and I think they're called like gorilla arm tripods. So they like bend any which way but loose. So I got a bit of a setup with that, where I had it clipped on the windowsill, leaning over over the top towards me. So this was all recorded originally upside down, so I had to rotate it in editing. I also learned that I recorded with a timestamp on there. You don't need to see that because, for one, the date was wrong and the time was wrong, or everything on it was wrong, so cut that out. Which also hindered the video a tiny bit because the whole issue with not having a tripod arm to bring the camera over the top, and having this sort of setup where it's from this little social media sort of kit stand, it's really, really close to the tabletop. So there's like an issue with the focusing sometimes because it was so close, and even just fitting the work in. As you'll see, I have to keep sliding the canvas up and down so you can see all the work that I've been doing anyway, because I can't fit the whole canvas in the shot. So yeah, that resulted in the following day spending time on enhancing the setup so that I could make it higher and get more of the canvas in, so I didn't have to keep sliding it up and down. So you could actually see all the work. And I think in the second video, which is associated with this one, you can't see me work sometimes because I've forgot that I'm well down off camera. You might see the opposite end of the paintbrush poking and out of shot every now and again. So yeah, that was something else that I learned. I'll be starting on the little star mobile aspects, so they're sort of hanging from the bottom of the moon. It was a really nice colour palette that the friend had chose for the little one. And I'll be honest, I'm sorry, because I do love blue. So it was, you know, overall fun working in the colour that I love most anyway. And I also liked that I don't tend to do sort of paintings like this or works like this. So it was really nice to see what I could do just doing a different style. Using all techniques that I know, but different style is different style. So yeah, I think they came out cool in the end. Obviously, not that there's anything too spoiled. I think these videos are going to go up in relatively quick succession. This video and the second video were recorded in one day, and the editing took, I think, 2 or 3 days. I had a lot of learning curve there as well. I spent about 4 hours editing one morning and then undid the lot. Couldn't work out how to redo it, so just started again and then found out how I could do that. So I won't be doing that again. But that's the beauty of a learning curve. It usually sticks with you, so you don't tend to make the same mistake straight away. Don't tend to. And this is also where I just go and get the outright purple and not the ultramarine blue, crimson red made purple, which was nice because then it brought the stars a little bit of something different to the moon, just a tiny bit of something. But yeah, I think that worked well. yes, there was one little thing at the beginning to apologise about. There's an abrupt cut somewhere towards the beginning where I think there's just suddenly a bit more painting done. That's another learning curve as well. As I was recording, within the first, it was really at the beginning, first 5 or 10 minutes, the camera ran out of battery. That was foolish. I'd messed around so much trying to get the setup right that I hadn't paid any attention to it just draining the battery as I was going. So that's something I did learn about. I can record and have it uploaded at the same time, so that won't ever happen again, down to bad memory or not paying attention to the little pictures on the camera. So yeah, that's only happened I think a couple of times throughout these first few videos, where I've either left the cap on the camera when I've started recording and then realised, well no, I think this is the only time where the battery actually runs out. That doesn't hit me again, but I think there's a couple of little blips along the way. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know why there was a weird cut there all of a sudden. During editing was I had a look at trying to sort out the colour. The original recording, everything looked a little bit washed out. So the only thing I did was, because I'm using DaVinci Resolve, it's really, really good, really handy, and free to start up. Yeah, it's been a godsend. So yeah, I did like auto color correct or something like that, and it made the painting look closer to how I can see it, but it made my tabletop look like it's got a load of self-tan applied. So I'm going to be tweaking that as well. I think in the second video, directly after this one, I tried doing colour correct again, but it didn't seem to do it, or it did, but it was better recording. So I don't know, we'll see. The painting looked very close, like on the recording, as to in real life. So hopefully it did do what it needed to do, but that's something that I'm going to need to learn a bit more of as well. voice now, obviously, as I'm playing it back. And so it's really cool to see it all starting to come together. All I have to do after this right now is just go back, make sure that you can hear me over the background music. And yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy. It's, like I say, I know it's not perfect, it's not the best recording, but I wanted to be honest with my attempt at this. I'm gonna get better with practice and trying these things and learning these things. I wanted to be honest from the get-go, so it's not going to be perfect off the bat. And if I wanted it to be that way, it'd be months before I got started. So I want you to see me learn as I'm going as well. So yeah, really excited. I hope you've enjoyed, and hope you come back to see some others and see me get better at making videos and not having to do voiceover like this, actually talk as I'm doing the work. So yeah, take care, enjoy, and hopefully see you again soon. Thank you.